know, people told me that mud terrains aren't very good in the snow, and they were right. They work, especially in four-wheel drive, but definitely not ideal. We're in two-wheel drive high right now, and it is slippy. Long braking distances, not a lot of rear end traction. I mean, the Ranger Raptor's a beast on pretty much any tire in the snow, but still not nearly as good as the Bridgestone Dueler Ascents or the KO3s that came on the truck. And I hate to think how they would feel on ice. Still, they're getting it in two-wheel drive. Not bad, not bad. It's controllable. Oh, I did miss winter driving. Let's see what 4 Auto looks like. Yeah, that's a lot better. Still, I will definitely be swapping out tires for this season. From a dig here. Okay, now we know. A fellow Ranger Raptor here, or just another Ranger? I think this is a Ranger Raptor. Very nice. I'll show you guys what we've got going on here. It's too bad these aren't winter peak rated because the tread looks insane. And the 35s, of course, look absolutely awesome on the truck. But yeah, look at that. So aggressive. They'd probably do okay in deep snow, but with the slightly wetter, harder packed snow that we have tonight, not nailing it, but still getting through. I just wouldn't trust these on ice. There's not enough siping in the tread, but the blocks are deep, and they evacuate the snow well, but they don't keep the snow sticking to itself. And you know what sticks to snow? Is snow. And I think therein lies some of the problem. So, not a tire designed for snow driving. I think you could get by with it. Like, it's definitely not a danger to yourself and others, but with better options at my disposal, I will take those instead of these. The first hint was slipping down my driveway, backing out of my garage, whereas that's never happened with this truck. All right, so we're back in two-wheel drive, too high. Yeah, there's not a lot of traction here, which is fun, but not ideal. I will probably be swapping these out tomorrow, if I'm being honest. Nice rooster tails, though. Everything just feels like it's happening in slow motion here. Let's head out onto the highway and see how it does out there. For auto, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to switch into slippery mode and drive it. We're going to let the traction control do its thing. See how this performs. Oh yeah, getting into ABS a lot sooner than we used to. This thing's still awesome in the snow, but yeah, this is definitely hampered slightly by these Destination M T2s. Still though, I mean, for reasonable driving speeds, this is acceptable. I think they'd probably do better in deep conditions. It still, I think, outshines the winter driving capabilities of most vehicles on the road. Seems to evacuate really well. No complaints there, no troubles there. Going through some slush now. Seems completely unfazed. But that could also just be the heft and the weight of this Raptor. It's kind of always how it's been with this truck. I mean, honestly, on main roads, in normal conditions, this isn't terrible. Yeah, I mean, we still have traction, we still have grip. What's the temperature? 32 degrees Fahrenheit out. So the snow is a little bit wetter, it's slushier than it could be at lower temperatures. What about a quick braking test? Yeah, there's a lot of ABS, not a lot of traction. Still, for a mud terrain, they work, but not nearly as well as an all-terrain tire. And that makes sense. It's kind of what we were expecting going into this. The Ranger Raptor is just a beast in the snow. Oh man, it's so good. But yeah, way more affected by the conditions tonight than it ever has been on these mud terrains. Okay, there's the answer. If you stay just above that ABS threshold, it's not too bad. There is enough grip to have control, but not really enough to go fast. So, there it is. Cool. All right, Ranger Raptor on mud terrains in the snow. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. With a winter tire, 10 out of 10. The Dueler Ascents, an 8 or a 9 out of 10, and the KO3s definitely an 8 out of 10. We'll give the Ascents an 8.5, the KO3s an 8. They're close. They're very close. Back into four-wheel drive auto. And back into... Go back into slippery mode. All right, that's going to wrap up the video with the Ranger Raptor on mud terrains in the snow. Thank you so much for watching. If you had to know, there's your answer. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Drive safe out there.